Schools across Middle Tennessee are right now dealing with quarantines and closures. That's as the COVID-19 case numbers continue to rise. Rutherford County schools will be closed tomorrow. News 4's Ryan Breslin is live for us this morning with what it would take for schools to go virtual as these schools close. Good morning to you, Ryan.
Hey, good morning to you, Holly. Well, right now, schools do not have the option to shift to an all virtual instruction. Last year, they could offer it through what was called continuity of learning plans. But this year, there are 4 conditions that need to be met for that process to happen. Those include the governor declaring a state of emergency, that disaster or state of emergency disrupts traditional school operations, the school provides notice of intent to implement the continuity of learning plans, and the Department of Education grants permission. New guidance from the Department of Education Commissioner, however, does allow for individual classrooms or schools to close and shift to remote learning. However, school districts must apply to the state for that option in a waiver, and it must be approved by the commissioner. The waivers are only approved up to 7 days at a time. This is what Commissioner Schwinn said about approving waivers earlier this week.
If they want to do that, as soon as the waiver is granted, they would be able to transition from using a stockpile day to a remote day, effective as soon as that waiver is granted.
Previous guidance was that if a school had to close because of COVID, they would have to use an inclement weather or stockpile day. MMPS says the process to get those waivers approved will be heavily scrutinized as a measure of last resort, and they have seen other districts' waivers denied. Now, last week, MMPS had 3,800 students quarantined or isolated because of COVID-19. They also had 535 confirmed positive cases. Holly?